Hello everyone, and welcome back to my home studio. My name is Jim, making this video from Bound Brook, New Jersey in the United States of America. And today I'd like to talk about automation, what it is, how we use it, really how simple it is to use with these DAW programs. I'm using the PreSonus Studio One DAW. It's the first time I've dealt in this type of thing, and I'm pretty satisfied in that it's pretty much all click and drag and drop kind of computer function, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that. But the question is, what is automation, and so what are we talking about? Well, automation, it's a system for recording, playing back, and editing parameter control information. As such, we need to remember that automation does not tell the audio what to do. It tells the faders, control knobs, and other such devices what to do. Automation switches the state of a parameter, such as mute and bypass, or controls the dynamics of a parameter, such as volume and pan. Automation is often viewed and edited in what is called breakpoint automation. It's a series of points. Each of these points represents a parameter value at a point in time. To make these points more visually coherent, we connect them with line segments to form a shape. Because these points usually represent the moment in which the value changes or breaks from one value to another, they're called breakpoints. The shapes are sometimes called automation envelopes. The envelope might contain only 2 points if the parameter only changes once during the song, or as you could imagine, you can make it as complex as your imagination sees fit. So what I want to do here is, we see 2 tracks. There's a clarinet part on top, and there's an oboe part here, and let's just hear that for a second as the clarinet part is winding out. And so at that point, I want to make a control of volume, an automation of volume on this top part, and just to try to get it to fade nicely out of the picture for us. So let's back up a little bit. The track is highlighted. There's a little toolbar up above the track headers, and it looks like a graph, ironically, and if you put your cursor over it, it says show automation. And for the track that we're talking about, if we click onto this area here, we see that the volume is displayed on this top header, and there's this little hand. If I take this hand and drop it anywhere into the track, it creates our automation header, automation track rather, control track above it, and this line is representing volume. Now, how can we manipulate it? There's many ways that we can do it. Just by our little paint tool, we can do this free-handed, and that at any point that I'm drawing, I can drop this down. And maybe that's a little too premature. Let's change that and have it drop down like that. So let's listen to that now. We've gotten this top track to fade for us. Let's see what that sounds like. Maybe that was a little bit stark. Maybe we don't want it quite that drastic. So we can just rewrite over these things and get it to come down a little more gradually. Now let's listen to it again. Okay, that's basically what I want to do with that. And you saw how easy that was. Now we can eliminate. We don't need to necessarily look at that. We can move away from that. And let's take a look at this oboe track. And I want to show you something really neat that you can do with panning. And we highlight the track, We go to show automation. If we click on the display and add or remove, this shows us the possible things that we can automate, and it's giving us basically pan, mute, and inserts. I'm going to click on pan and then put that to add, and so now we have a automated track for pan. And here's what I want to show you is these tools with this paint tool. On this one we did it by hand, but if we use a waveform, see, it tells us freehand, line, parabola, square, triangle, source, sine. We can do neat things with a sine wave, rather with a square wave, excuse me. And at this very end here, I'm just going to put in a pan that's going to go, and the height of it is the intensity of it. Now the timing here, this is set to my quantized value of half notes. I don't know how much you'll be able to hear this because it's a monaural mic. Maybe you can, but look for it here. And as you see, the pan control, let's just back that whole thing up. Let's look at two things. In the oboe, we'll watch the pan go back and forth. In the clarinet, we'll watch the volume just simply drop down. And again, with a monaural mic, I'm not sure if you could really hear that, but for me sitting here, I could hear that going back and forth. So that's just a basic lesson. It shows you you can really let your creativity run wild if you have multiple tracks, panning left and right, and volumes coming in and out. And of course, anything I've done right now I can easily remove because this was really just a demonstration to show how easy it was. Okay, that's where I'm going to cover for this lesson. I hope you pick something out of it, and I hope that you try it yourself. It's not as mysterious as it seems, and just play around with it like a kind of a painter's palette, and just try some brush strokes and then see what you come up with. Okay, you enjoy yourself. We'll be talking at you real soon. Bye for now.